The testimony of Jesus is the spirit of prophecy. So anything that has to do with Christ or God's eternal purpose in Christ Jesus and the church, because the church is part of God's eternal purpose in Christ Jesus, anything that has to do with it is prophecy. It must reveal God's plan for the ages. It must reveal God's plan for us in Christ Jesus. It must reveal God's plan for the church. That is why it edifies the church, builds the church, anything. So if you check the prophets that were prophesying, you realize that all of them, the central theme of their prophecy was Christ, the Messiah that was to come. But that was not the only thing. They also spoke of visions and revelations of other things and other events. Elisha had the ability to see what the king was thinking even in his bedroom, to hear conversations. That is not prophecy. That is the ability, the gift in a man being put to use. For instance, I did speak of President John Dramani Mahama winning the election way before, more than a year even before the election, and it did come to pass. But I won't say that is prophecy, because that is a determination in the spirit. Because it is not only pastors that spoke of him winning. There are other people that also, who are not in the Christian faith, that also spoke of him winning. We have Malams, we have fetish priests even saying that he will win, and he won. That is not prophecy, because if it is prophecy, spirit revealed to them. If you're in Christ, you don't have the spirit of God, which is the spirit of Christ. And so that it is a revelation. And so Paul one time came and said, now concerning visions and revelation, he distincted it. He distincted prophecy from visions and revelation. And in the realm of visions and revelation, church, please understand, visions and revelations are not exclusive to the Christian faith. Anybody who has eyes in the spirit can pick signals and see what is happening. Is that not it? That is it. But when it comes to prophecy, the one without the spirit of Christ cannot prophesy, because that was God's eternal purpose in Christ Jesus and for the ages to come. And that is why I can say that you will go abroad, you will meet another person who is not a pastor, a Christian, doesn't have the spirit of Christ, who also say you will go abroad. We all have said the same thing, but we all do not operate by the same spirit. And so what it means is that that person that said it and I that also said it, we have the ability to see in the spirit. And in the spirit realm, it's not also exclusive to Christians. Christians think that the spirit realm is exclusive to them. It's not. We have Buddhists that will tell you things to come, even for 10, 15, 20 years. We have mystics that will tell you 50 years ahead of us events that will happen. Without the spirit of Christ, yes, they can tell revelations, because the spirit realm is not exclusive to Christians alone. But when it comes to prophecy, it must be through the spirit of Christ. And anybody without the spirit of Christ cannot prophesy. And to prophesy is not about bringing revelations and visions. To prophesy is to reveal God's eternal plan and purpose in Christ Jesus through the church for the ages to come. These are the distinctions. So we can share visions and revelations, and we can also prophesy. And that's what Paul said when it comes to visions and revelations. And so anybody with the eye in the spirit can see, okay, the year that we are being ushered into, what are the landmark of events that will happen? And it is there. If you have the, it's just like me walking, I have the eye, I can see the chair here, I can see you here, I can see you here. If you have the eye, you can see. That is it. But if you have the eye, you can see. But when it comes to prophecy, it must be of God's eternal plan and purpose, the immutable eternal plan of God and his purpose in Christ Jesus through the church for the ages to come. The Lord bless us.